Okay. How you guys doing today? Hello, Funk. Currently watching. My legs hurt and my back hurts because I just got home from work. Oh. Yeah, we're gonna continue working on this. Yeah. What are y'all doing today? I can feel my old person body catching up with me. So. Ragamuffin, my boy. Yeah, I wanted to continue working on from last week. Probably not gonna do too much talking this stream because, like I said, I am pretty tired, but I really wanted to continue working. Sometimes I think I should bring back the whole the mic is muted thing. Once again, Goober is playing Calamity. They're saying, I'm struggling to find an enchanted sundial for crafting. Oh, that sucks. I know what that is. How do you get that thing anyway? Because I found one in Otherworld. I don't remember how I got it. Da-da-da. Turn the music down just a tad. I have no clue how to get it, but I need it for a modded item. Oh shit. To possibly start a conversation here, has anyone seen the new episode of The Amazing Digital Circus? Because I would love to gab about that, but I have no idea if anyone has seen it yet, because holy shit! Fungi wants to yap about it. Well, okay, question. I don't know. Okay, if anyone is listening right now in chat and you haven't seen The Amazing Digital Circus episode 8, leave and go watch it, please. Please, because I can't, there will be spoilers. Kinger is the goat. Yes. The accidental goat. Also, holy shit, he did! Not Kinger, but, a fucking Kane. Oh my god, I was not expecting the show to go that, just gone. He's just gone. He's just gone. Oh my god. That was the last thing I was expecting. I have no clue where they're going to go now with the show. I have no fucking clue. Because the final episode is going apparently an hour long. So, like, I honestly don't know. Every time you think you know where the show is going, it just throws you a curveball and be like, haha, bitch, you thought. AI is dead and we killed it. Goober says the voice actor for Kane supposedly revealed that Kane's little wait was him realizing he went too far, not that he completed. Yes, Goober is right. I did see that post on Blue Sky. His name, voice actor for Kane, his name is Alex Rowe. Gosh, I can't remember his last name. But he did say that that's how he did that line. It does make you wonder, like, when during the recording or the production of the show did the voice actors, when did they realize that's what was gonna happen, right? How much did they know about the show before it actually happened in the story? Because, holy shit. Anyone have predictions of what do they think is going to happen for the final episode? I would love to hear what you guys think, because I have no clue. I have no fucking clue what's. Also, fucking Kane's voice actor, oh my god, he killed it. He killed it. I'll be honest, okay. My favorite character in the show is Kinger, hands down. Absolutely hands down. My second favorite is Zubul, and my third favorite is Kane. Now, don't get me wrong. Am I sad that Kane is dead? Yes, but I see why the show went there. Fungi says, read, I have no mouth and I must scream. Oh, no, I know what that is. I have read it. The question is how much is the show gonna go in that direction? I mean, Kane literally had a full-on Am moment. He just became Am, essentially. Goober says the blue dot. Yes. We don't know exactly who or what the blue dot is. A lot of people are saying it's Bubble, and other people are saying, oh, it's Scratch. I mean, I could see that going either way. But honestly, like I said, this show, Amazing Digital Circus has thrown so many curveballs. Like, I don't know. I feel like when you think you have it nailed down, the show's just like, haha, nope. Like, excuse me. Fungi, you think that it's gonna be just like, I have no mouth? I don't think so. I think it's gonna be, there's definitely gonna be similarities, but it's not gonna be as bleak. Because the ending to I Have No Mouth is so bleak. And Goosework said that, the show is supposed to, one of the things that she posted was, when someone asked what they wanted people to get from the show, was that you can find meaning in a stagnant life. I think I'm paraphrasing what she said. So, having them end the show exactly on how I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream ended would seem against that. Considering how absolutely that story ends. How that story ends. I think something is definitely happening to Kinger. Oh my god. Honestly, Fungi, I told myself, oh, there's no way, but I'm thinking, maybe. Maybe something will still happen to Kinger. Says, also, did you notice how in episode 8, when Pomni was teleported, it matches perfectly with the teaser trailer for Digital Circus? You mean when she was like attacked with knives by Kane? Yeah, how that matched up. Apparently, how that matched up with the teaser trailer. That might have just been a funny little callback. Considering how the show likes to, yeah. You know what? I honestly, what I'd like to know is what the fuck is up with Jax? Like, he's the one character we still need more information on. And I think obviously for the last episode, we're finally gonna get more information on Jax. Like, that boy ain't right. That rabbit has been through it, and he's not coping with it well. My goal is to actually, so hopefully I won't take too long on it. You know, I was looking at it before I started streaming. I was like, you know what? This looks okay for a first attempt to rendering something like this. Last week I was really getting picky over it. It says, have you noticed that the torture methods Kane used on each tells us a bit about their personalities and background? Oh yeah, that was absolutely on purpose. What's really fucked up is the fact that Kane knew exactly how to torture them. That is royally screwed up. Bungie says, something interesting to me is that Kane himself was a very impressive AI, but was also contained as it was dangerous. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I kind of actually, God, you know what, Bungie, you do bring up a good point. Instead of just deleting Kane, because Kane was essentially a prototype AI, they contained him. So why didn't they just delete him? Instead, they contained him. That's really interesting. I don't know, maybe if I'm thinking too much into it, but maybe there was a reason they didn't just delete him. Instead, they just essentially quarantined him. Because, I believe, like, when you use, like, a program to sort of try to... You can quarantine certain programs that you think might be hazardous, or they may be a risk. Maybe when they were developing Kane, when CNA was developing Kane, they thought, oh shit, this thing is really unstable. Let's just quarantine it and use it as, like, the foundation for a new AI. So maybe the reason they didn't delete Kane was because they were like, at the time, he was still too valuable to just get rid of. But the fact that Kane is essentially AI with sentience, it's like, holy shit, Kinger. Dude, I don't think you realize what you created here. Something interesting that Kane himself was a... Oh wait, you just said that. Sorry. But no, yeah, Kane is actually a very impressive AI, considering they developed that shit like in the late 90s, according to the show's timeline. Which is fucking wild. Says, let me point out that the moment when Kinger mentioned how Scratch was building something, but cut himself off, what if that something was whatever sent their mind to the digital world? I think... Okay, Goober, I think you're onto something. Because based on what I've gauged from watching the episode, Kinger mentioned that Scratch was brilliant, and also that he had a brain tumor. Have any of you guys heard of Soma? The Soma theory. If you're into the digital circuits, I'd be surprised if you haven't heard of the Soma theory. Long story short, Soma theory is the game Soma is essentially about how in the future he plays a guy who's had his brain scanned because he was like sick or something, and Suddenly he wakes up like hundreds of years into the future and turns out his brain was copied onto a robot. Because apparently they... But my point is, I think Scratch, having a brain tumor, he wanted to find a way to extend his own life through the power of AI. Like scanning his brain into a digital world, because he knew that eventually his body was going to give out on him because he had a brain tumor. Fungi says, I also find it heartbreaking how Kinger was the last of the OG people trapped and ended up all alone for who knows how long until Ragatha appeared. Years, Fungi. That man, that poor chess piece of a man was trapped in there for years all by himself before Ragatha came about. Because if you look at the scene where Kinger is trying to essentially hack into Kane's programming, you see like dates that mention when I believe it says when Scratch first entered the circus and Kinger, I think, and it was like 1996. Don't quote me on this. Go back to the video and look at it yourself. It said like 1996, and it said Ragatha came about in like 2008. 2008. That means Kinger has been alone for nearly 10 years. Either 10 years or at least years in general. Which is really fucked. Like, no wonder that man almost lost his mind. But yeah, no, Soma theory is something that a lot of people have been talking about, especially recently, given there is stronger evidence that what might be happening is that the characters in the show are not actual people, but rather digital brain scans. And their real selves are still alive and walking around in the real world. And the characters we've been following are actually just digital copies. Says, God, could you imagine if whoever's running TNA is now trying to do something horrible and is sending people who get too close to finding out what is going on into the circus? I don't know. I don't know if that's what's happening, but that's definitely like a part of the story that we haven't gotten any confirmation about yet. Fungi says, I find it funnily morbid to think their bodies are just in an abandoned building, but none noticed. Yeah, Fungi, that's why I think Soma theory is real. That's why I think that they're not actually just in the fucking abandoned building, dead as a doornail. The characters we're following are not actual, like, they're just copies. They're copies of the real people that have been like that, and they're just alive, like doing their own thing. Tell you what though, if Soma's theory turns out to not be the case, I can't even imagine what else it could be. I couldn't imagine what else it could be. Because going back to I Have No Mouth, like, the reason there were only like, what is it, 5 humans in that story, is because it's like a post-apocalyptic thing. There's no other humans left. We never got any, like, information in the show saying, like, oh, the outside world is over and everyone else is dead. No, 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 it's nothing like that. If I wasn't already drawing this, if I wasn't already drawing Ragamuffin, I'd probably be drawing something from Circus, I'm not gonna lie. Fungi says, one thing I've been thinking since it released, is if any injuries I get are permanent cause Kane can no longer fix them. Oh god. Oh god, Fungi. Oh shit, hold on. Wait. Hold on, wait. Oh my god, Fungi just brought up a really good point. You're right. Because another theory people are throwing around right now is in the last episode, without Kane being there to hold things together, the abstracted are they could be like let loose. And we've seen in the pilot what happens when someone gets touched by an abstracted. They start to abstract themselves. And now that Kane is gone, there's a very real possibility. There's like an actual danger. And yeah, no. Like, oh shit. And there's now no one to actually just like snap their fingers and bring it back. Oh boy. That I didn't even put those two together. Fuck. Sure, the swear thingy is gone, but also everything else he did in the story. Yeah. As much of a pain in the ass Kane was, he was literally what kept the circus together, and now it looks like it's starting to come apart at the seams and slowly degrading. So, yeah, what the hell are the guys gonna do now? Also, I've seen so many people online being like, oh, I really hope Kinger somehow comes back. I can't see why they would just get rid of him. Not Kinger, Kane, sorry. They both start with cuss sound. Guys, Kane isn't coming back. That bitch is dead as a doornail. And you wanna know why I think that? I made a post on Blue Sky today. when you watch that scene of when Kinger accidentally deletes Kane, yes, Kinger did fat-fingered the delete button, but when the screen pops up saying it's deleting, it says deleting, the top of the window where it's doing that says purging AI. Why would they say purging AI and not just simply deleting? I think because the term delete and purge in terms of like computer data mean two different things. When you delete something, that means that there's a chance that it can be recovered. Like, for example, deleting a file on a PC, but you can recover it from the recycling bin, right? Or deleting some files, but they can still be recovered if you, like, have a backup, or, you know, or you have some type of means to do it, right? But purging? When you purge data, that data is gone for good. That's a hard deletion. Kane is hella dead. He ain't coming back. I'm willing to bet money on that. Uber says, random unrelated thing I want to say. I got the Cosmo Light in Terraria. What the hell is the Cosmo Light? Fungi says, speaking of that scene, someone was messing around with Kinger and basically made him delete Kane. Yes, absolutely. I think Kinger absolutely accidentally hit the delete button, but there was something in that computer that was trying to prevent him from just... Because Kinger didn't want to delete Kane. I'm sorry, this is turning into a yap stream. Kinger didn't want to delete Kane. That was a complete accident. Something was preventing him from just taking control and like, trying to put Kane into, like, sleep mode or whatever the fuck. Something was preventing him from doing that. And I know about the one line of code in that screen that literally looks like the person up. Someone is saying, delete this motherfucker. You guys know about that? If you look at the screen, the computer screen, you have Kinger and Kane talking, and there's a third party. And that third party says that line. And people are currently, they think it's Bubble. Bubble might be the real end boss of this show. Something that really wanted Kane gone. And who else would want Kane gone? The others didn't want to kill Kane. The only person in the show that has ever even hinted at wanting Kane gone permanently is Bubble. But it was always sort of like a joke, right? The blue dot. Yeah. No, I think Bubble is the more superior AI. And fans are just calling him Abel. Whether that's actually his name, I don't know. But, you know, given the whole Kane and Abel, like, similarities. But yeah, no. The Sun? Okay, yeah, the Sun has said that. That is true. But I don't think they're gonna pull the Sun out of their ass and saying that that's the real final boss. Bubble has more... Like... Okay, what episode? I think in episode 5. In episode 5, right before the intermission scene, Bubble, again, Bubble is obviously portrayed as like a goofy little sidekick character to Kane. But in that scene, right before the intermission, Bubble says, and he says, you should die, before he glitches out and says, you should throw a fucking beach party. That's what he says to Kane. If you guys don't remember that, go back and see that in episode 5. Like, some people also say that Bubble is like a manifestation of Kane's intrusive thoughts. I would believe that too. I could definitely see that. I gotta stop fucking talking. Bubble was always saying unhinged things, but then they started targeting Kane. Yeah. Whether or not, like... Hold on. Let me throw a thought at you guys for a second. And by you guys, I mean Fungi and Cooper. Do you think Scratch will show up and be the real final antagonist? Where the hell is Scratch in all this? I mean, okay, yes, they did say that Scratch abstracted, but now I'm not saying people who have abstracted can come back. I'm not saying that. But what if there's still, like, I don't know. You think there's, because Scratch seems to be a very important character, whether or not they can come back in some form, I don't know. Says, I don't think Bubble is the second AI, because when they were insulting Kane in episode 8, they compared the two in third-person perspective. Oh, wait, yeah. Yeah, he said, you always were the lesser of the two. You ruined this. Oh, Goober? Okay, Goober. Okay, yeah, maybe Bubble is not this other AI then. Because there's also a theory going around that because Kane absorbed this. Fungi says, hold on, what if Scratch is Bubble? Ooh. I think I'm picking up what you're putting down. Also, appropriate music. If Scratch is Bubble, then that would suggest that at some point... Oh. What if the second AI was made... Oh, see, again, this is just pure speculation, because we have no fucking clue what happened in the last episode. But what if somehow Scratch was able to... What if Scratch was the first, like, test subject to have their brain scanned? And they used his brain scan to help make the second AI. So in a sense, there is a piece of Scratch in... Scratch is Bubble, but if Soma theory is real, then it's not actually Scratch, it's just a copy. Hell, who's to say they scanned Scratch twice, you know? Maybe they scanned him once to help create the second AI, and... Wow, I am just going off the walls. I'm sorry. I'm not making any fucking sense. Holy shit. I literally can't wait till... I really hope I have the day off that day. I feel like I'm gonna watch that final episode and it's just gonna be in my head for, like, the remainder of the day. I'm not gonna be able to... Speaking of not getting anything done, it's been like 30 minutes and I'm still working on... Says, can I mention how Kinger said Scratch thinking was very abstract? Does that suggest that Scratch didn't fully abstract and was himself that third party you mentioned before? Maybe. I mean... Hang on. I'm thinking about it. I kind of interpreted that line by Kinger to say that Scratch thinking was very abstract, and that's one of the reasons why, because Kinger Kane, but he got pointers from Scratch. Oh my god. Again, this is why I think in the final episode we're actually gonna find out who Scratch was, like, as a person. I feel like out of all the characters mentioned, the one we know like, the least about, you know? Because he seems to be a very, very important character. And a lot of people are saying, oh, Scratch is the dog character. I don't think he is. I don't think Scratch is the dog. I think that's a red herring. I don't think Scratch is the dog character. I think we haven't seen what Scratch looks like yet. If there's one thing that show is really good at doing, it's misdirection. I think that's exactly what they're doing. I think that's exactly what they're doing with the audience with Scratch. Matt Pat mentality goes hard today. I can't help it, man. The show's really fucking good. It's only been like 40 minutes and I already like am parched from talking. Hold on, I need to get some water. Ow. Back. Fungi says it could be that Scratch was petty at King Station, made the blue dot, including scanning his. Let me. Could be that Scratch was petty at Kinger for Kane being his greatest creation. Made the blue dot, including scanning brain, and that's why Bubbles said he's the lesser of the two. Sorry, I'm pondering. Maybe. Yeah, no. Maybe. Again, you know, because, again, we don't know anything about Scratch except, 1, his circus name was Scratch. 2, apparently he was brilliant, according to Kinger. And 3, he had a brain tumor. And in the scene where Kinger was giving us all that lore dub, he said he couldn't remember exactly what Scratch was trying to create. And again, my theory is Scratch was trying to create a way to essentially extend his life through AI because the guy was dying. So that's what I think. So I'm gonna turn this music down just a tad. There we go. Glitch trap moment. Maybe. But no, like, why else would you want to be so dedicated to creating a really powerful AI? And yeah, I could, again, we don't know who Scratch is as a person. know what I was thinking? If, hopefully, I'm free on the day that the episode comes out, I wouldn't do a stream to watch it, like a live reaction, but maybe, like, if I can get my Discord issues sorted out by then, we could do, like, a watch party. Because, I did open the Discord. Fungi, you're already in it. But yeah, it would be pretty cool if we got, like, some people together on the day that on the day the episode released. Like a live, watch party. That would be cool. Yeah, again, hopefully if I don't have to work that day, because that's like 3 months away. Who knows what my June schedule's gonna be. We'll see.
Don't stop.
Da, 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 da. draw or paint anything like this, I'm gonna have like a more solid sketch under. I feel like I was too loose with like. try to not use layers for shading, but Oh, I don't know. Definitely experiment. This is an experimental try. How did I draw the arm? Oh, hey, slime. It's fine. I'm literally hyper-focusing on this. I don't know. I like how the head turned out, but I feel like I'm kind of phoning it in. But, how are you doing? Fungi says, why would you game? Slime has been on, like, a massive gaming kick lately. Says, why would you game? As if I'm not currently playing modded Terraria. Really makes me want to make, like, a proper model sheet. Says, of which, wish me luck, I'm about to fight a reworked modded boss for the first time. Good luck! Oh, try not to obsess over it like I did last week. The next time I do a drawing stream, I want something that I can actually finish. You know what I mean? do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Cooper says, "Yo, I just killed an overgrown god-eating space worm and holy shit, those visuals!" If I didn't know you were playing Terraria, I would have no idea what the hell you're talking about. What mod are you? You're playing Calamity, right? What boss is it? Oh, the Devourer of Gods. Okay. I've been watching a lot of videos on different mods, so I know which one you're talking about. As done as it's gonna get. I I think this is done. As done as it's gonna be. I definitely need to practice more style. If I don't have a really solid sketch underneath, I get lost in the... Like the hands. I don't know what the hell I was doing. The head turned out really good. I was actually pressing over last time. Yeah, I think this will be good. Stretch. Okay, I'm gonna call it before I go. I just want everyone to know that tomorrow I will be playing for A Hat in Time. I haven't touched that game in a hot minute. Looking handsome. It's not bad. Definitely like an experiment. I think what I've learned from it is that I need to have a more solid sketch underneath. Otherwise, I don't know. I can't really determine where the shadows and, like, the smaller details go. And it just kind of becomes a little bit more, like... I was gonna say, like, a blob, but I don't mean that, like, as, like, a joke. If that makes any sense. Anyhow, tomorrow is going to be a Hat in Time stream. I don't even know where I left off in that game. And, of course, Sunday is Terraria, which I will be... My plan for the Terraria stream is I'm gonna go after Plantera. I think I gotta do some prep work, but I really want to go after Plantera. Anyhow, before I go, just for sake, I do have a Discord now. The link is in the description. It will be in the description for every VOD going forward. So if you're curious, you can just click on that, read the rules, and if you can follow the rules, then you're in. Like, you just gotta hit, like, a little reaction on the rules channel, and you'll be able to get in. I wanted to make it simple. Anyway, I think that's about it. So, thank you all for coming today. This is a short stream, but that's usually normal for a weekly freebie. And I hope to see you guys tomorrow for A Hat in Time. So yeah. See ya.